saying that and we don't really go live.
We are not live in Juan's car. Take 2. We are not live. Take 3. We are not live. You ready? Take 4. We are not live in Juan's car. We are heading to Denver.
The third take wasn't my fault.
No, I think I just was like in a pattern and I kept going.
Gotcha.
It's called momentum.
Timey-wimey.
Wibbly-wobbly. So what is on our agenda for today?
Agenda?
It's a female-empowered agenda.
I think that might be misogynistic a little bit.
Take 5. We are not live in Juan's car on the way to Denver Comic-Con.
Wow.
What is on the schedule for
Let me
today?
turn that down so that you don't get copyrighted.
I don't think he would.
No, I don't
Because
think
Kevin
so
Smith, do you remember he used to put like songs in the background?
He did. Who's going to sue Kevin Smith though? It's
Yeah,
Kevin Smith.
but eventually they stopped doing it because of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he was thinking because he knows stuff. He's
Take
in the
6.
business. Take 6.
Just kidding. We're still going.
We're still going. And we're live in Juan's car. And we're on the corner of Highway 34 and CR, which I think is Country Road?
County Road.
County Road 49. So if you want to look that up on some kind of map. And we're in Colorado, so that might help.
There probably is another 34 on County Road 49 somewhere in the
Really?
country.
Okay, so what town are we in?
I don't know. We're not in a town. That's why this is a county road.
It's not a town?
No. We're in the county.
So the people that live here, how do they get their mail?
They
Like
either
what?
get it delivered to their front door,
Okay.
or they have a mailbox somewhere.
But like, what's the address? Like,
County Road.
really?
Whatever, yeah.
Wow, there's places without names.
Correct. So you're just living in Weld County or Larimer County or whatever the county is.
That makes sense. There was a lot of land that I flew over that just looked like nothing but fields. And I was like, you know, you own like 100 acres and you name it whatever the hell you want, right?
Well, it's
I don't
not
know.
a city.
No, because you'd have to incorporate it and all that.
Well, you'd have to, in order to be a city, you have to have a post office, your own post office.
That's a rule?
Yes.
Now, what happened? Was that the rule before they invented post offices, or were post offices around before
I think
towns?
post offices have been around for a very, very long time.
This one was like Pony Express,
As long
right?
as you could communicate, there was probably a post office.
My dearest Beatrice,
Yes.
I finally made it home from the war. I have one appendage left. I won't tell you which one. It'll be a surprise when I see you.
That's awful.
All my love. Yeah, wars.
Is the stump considered an appendage?
I would say yes if you can move it.
Wow, why are we talking about this?
I have no idea.
But we're
on
in the country, we're not in a city. At the end of the day, that's what I'm getting at.
So we're doing a panel this morning.
Eric Hollis from Bitfaced Podcast.
He is moderating it, and that's exploring the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Then he has another one, DC Comics Creators.
That's a big one.
So that's excited. I'm excited because it's room 709.
Why are you
One of my
excited?
favorite numbers because of 7 of 9.
Son of 9, what does that mean?
She is the Borg from Star Trek Voyager in the cat suit.
Oh, I don't watch Star Trek.
You should watch it. It's good stuff.
I don't like Borgs.
Nobody likes Borgs.
Speaking of Borgs,
Yes.
Star Trek officially origin the Borgs?
They say, I don't think that was them.
No?
No. They led you to believe it was them, and then at the last minute they didn't pull the trigger on it. It was kind of disappointing, but everybody was already hating them because it was the Borg, and then it wasn't the Borg. So who knows if they changed a little bit at the end.
Somebody said they had an origin story, and then somebody was like, they don't have an origin story, so
No.
I don't know what to believe.
Well, I think in the books or somewhere.
Are books canon in the Star Trek universe?
No, they're not considered canon. But a lot of people that read them,
It's
they fill in
canon
the
to
gaps.
them.
Yeah, right. So it depends on what you want. But Voyager from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the Voyager probe that came back to Earth to meet its creator and join with its creator. Somehow the satellite merged with the guy that played Decker, Will Decker.
Okay.
And because there was like a sparkly cloud thing, and then it was a life form, and then it was gone, and they think that was the Borg, or the planet. Maybe it was the planet that the probe got to that repaired it and gave it sentience or something, and sent it back. But that's kind of the Borg origin story for
Right.
now. But
Weird.
yeah,
Borgs.
but the earliest appearance of the Borg in Star Trek,
Proper.
yes, is in an episode of Enterprise.
Oh.
Because the Borg that went back in time in Star Trek First Contact, some of them like landed in, I want to say Alaska or Antarctica or something, somewhere with a lot of snow.
Right.
And then that was not too long from now, and then they were frozen, and then some scientists found them in the Enterprise era, a couple hundred years, and thawed them out and stuff, and they came back to life because they're Borg. And then they started Borgifying everything again. That's a good episode.
Are the Borgs just what are the robots in Doctor Who? Fuck. Why can I not remember?
Like Cybermen?
Cybermen.
Yes. The Borg are Cybermen.
Okay.
They're a ripoff of Cybermen, but they gave it a different twist, and it's pretty cool. But it's basically the same thing. They get
Nice.
assimilated, and they're trying to help
must
people.
assimilate you.
The Borg are an
They're
analogy.
trying to help people. Is that what you just said?
They think they're helping.
They think they're helping.
Right,
people.
they're an analogy for missionaries that go to these countries and say, you need to believe my religion because you'll go to hell if you don't, even though you've never heard of any of this.
Wow, we got to religion pretty quick this morning.
Well, that's what they're about, because Gene Roddenberry was humanist, and most of the writers that he hired were followed that.
Right.
And but that's what the Borg were.
I hate Gene Roddenberry.
Nobody's ever said that.
I don't.
Well,
I don't
wait,
hate
Harlan
Gene-
Ellison.
I don't
said
hate
that.
Gene Roddenberry. Is he dead?
Harlan Ellison, yeah, he died.
No,
a little
Gene
bit.
Roddenberry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like second season, end of second season, fourth season, third season, next gen. Oh, whenever it started getting good was after he died,
Oh wow.
because Ronald D. Moore and Michael Piller and all those guys took over, and they kept his vision, but they also added conflict and drama,
Nice.
which you kind of need.
Right.
But the first two seasons, there's really no conflict or drama unless it's an outside alien thing doing something bad to them.
Huh.
But everybody's just chill. But then after that, the characters were more human.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're talking to Crystal Skillman,
Playwright.
playwright, which is interesting because I like plays and people have to write them. So I
From
wanna find out
everything
about
I've
that.
seen and from everything I've like on her website and in person, she looks like she's going to be a really good interview.
Cool. Is that the one with the ponytails?
Yes.
Okay, I think I asked that already, but I'm not sure. But she seemed cool. She had like a really cool outfit on, like very pop culture-y.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I love meeting new people. And then there's another panel with Eric
Oh, The Expanse?
getting and keeping the Expanse on TV. Now, is that like people from the Expanse or like just people
I think
in
it's
general?
the show.
Like people from the
Oh,
show?
you mean the
Like
who's
actors,
the
creators?
panelists?
Yeah. Or
The
just
two
fans?
guys who created it.
No way.
The novel first, because the show came from a novel.
I did not know that.
So the novel, the book series, the two creators that created the book series are the two panelists.
Okay.
It's
You
weird
think
because they
Eric-
go by one pseudonym. So they share a pseudonym.
Are they
The
married
two
or something?
Separate, no, I don't. I think they're
What is
just two
pseudonym?
dudes.
Like pen name? Is that what
Yeah,
that means?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I believe so. I could be using that wrong, but I believe it's pseudonym.
Yeah, I wasn't
But
sure,
they,
so I'd
they
ask.
share one pen name, even though they're two different dudes.
Very cool.
It's crazy.
Can we meet them maybe or get a selfie for the podcast cover art or something?
Probably.
Okay, cool. Because I just want to meet them because that's cool. Clark Wolf is a woman
Correct.
because it's spelled with an E.
I don't know if that's why, but she is a woman.
Okay.
She's in the Real Heroes.
Real
section.
Heroes. Cool. So she's a filmmaker of some
I
type.
believe. I'm not quite sure how they defined that, but I believe so. I think she does a podcast as well. So,
Nice. So she'll be good on the mic.
yeah,
I like
think
that. We have a 15-minute time limit on that. And the next one is AJ Nazzaro.
so. Yes, and he helps create video games.
Cool, video games. And that's a 15-minute interview as well.
Yes.
So that's
I
awesome.
think they're all 15-minute.
Yeah, I like to go 17. 12 or 17 is my thing.
14 and a half.
Okay, we'll do that. And then the rest of the day, we're just going to be walking back and forth and having fun.
The
and
rest of the day. That's a lot of days.
yeah,
It's a lot of time.
it is. Hopefully we bump into Summer Glau or something, and she needs help finding her way to her car, or I can
don't
help her
think
with her
I think
luggage.
she has people.
Yeah,
for
she
that.
does have people. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So maybe we'll interview some people we interviewed yesterday again.
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's not on the plan.
We'll probably go talk to John, I'm guessing.
Oh, John and Dominic.
Yeah.
Hi, Dominic. Give us a thumbs up.
Where is this gonna be?
I have no idea. Take 7. We're in the car with Juan, and we're on our way to
We're not
Devon.
starting all over again.
Okay. I am by a river in the middle of Denver. We're about a half mile from the convention center, and we realized we forgot the badges in the car, so Juan headed back for them as I'm watching the backpacks and tripods and such. I'm actually sitting in grass, which I can't do in Florida because of like fire ants and all kinds of things that will hurt you and kill you. But like here you can just sit down in the grass, and it's really nice. It's almost like AstroTurf. It's a totally different grass than I'm used to. It's kind of moist. Maybe dew. We're in front of a big church on a hill, and the bell was ringing for about 7 minutes straight until I just sat down to talk. I don't know why it would ring for 7 minutes straight. We were trying to figure that out. It was at first we were thinking it was like a funeral or a wedding, but that would only be like 10 bells or so. And then I was thinking, like, what time is it? But then that would be like 24 rings at the most if they were going on military time. But they just kept going and going and going. 7 minutes straight it rang. And that's just 7 minutes after we got here, so I don't know how long it was ringing before we got here and parked. Strange, I don't know, I'll have to look that up. A lot of joggers, a lot of cyclists, a lot of people doing Denver-y things. The con is officially open. Before it started, we were able to interview John and Dom from Hall of Justice Comics. That was fun. I hear them all the time and I see them online, but it's cool to actually hang out with them in real life. John was wearing pants and underwear, and I almost wore my Enterprise blue underwear today, and I would have matched him like exactly, but I didn't. Wore Freddy Krueger underwear. So that interview will be up on YouTube on Thinking Outside the Long Boxes channel. And now we're going to meet Eric, is that right? He's at the regular entrance? Where are you going?
He's at the panel room.
Oh, where are you? Are we getting to the panel room this way?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know you know.
Okay, I'll follow you. It was a TV show hosted by Leonard Nimoy, and now it's a reboot hosted by Zachary Quinto. We are on our way to meet Eric, part of the TOTLB team this time, and here he is. What's up,
What's up,
Eric?
guys? Hey, man. Thanks for putting me on the spot. I love this.
Tell me about yesterday.
It's not live.
And your
so
panel.
He can fix it in post.
Yesterday, the Marvel panel was awesome. Lots of good questions, lots of good answers.
Something went wrong with their soundboard, I think.
Don't
The
tell me
audio's
that.
kind of weird. Like, you're loud, and George Jontis is loud, but everybody else is a little quiet.
But it's okay. If you can't fix
I'm
it,
gonna try and fix it. So.
Okay.
What I do
Hey,
for-
at least we got it.
Oh yeah.
what I do for a living in real life is audio production.
Okay.
So I can
I
fix it.
had my laptop blasted to 100, and I could hear you like normal, and I could barely hear them. So
It's okay.
we'll fix it.
I did what I could, man.
Here's the thing. I just want you to fill the shoes. Everything we get on top of that is gravy, bro.
Okay.
You're gonna do
Yeah.
well.
I have a request/idea question for the DC panel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is kind of a.
It might make
it
it-
might be like an icebreaker kind of thing,
Yeah.
not like a serious question.
Right. It's not a serious question at all,
Okay.
but it's something I think people would want to know.
We had a discussion about it at John's booth.
Two guys come up to the comic book booth, and they're both wearing Superman shirts. So I say, "Hey, look, it's Supermen," but then I was like, "No, it's Superman's." No, it's Super. Then the whole discussion ensued. So I think they would know because they're the DC guys. At least their opinion of it is it
I'll have you
Superman,
read my questions.
Superman, or Supermans, or Superman.
Supermans or Supermen? Okay.
Right. So that's just a funny one to throw out there, I think. And then we'll cut to the B-roll of him actually asking you. If he does, no pressure.
Oh, there's no pressure today.
All right. Where can
He's
people
gonna
find
do
you?
well. He's gonna do
Where can
well.
people find me?
Yeah.
Eric at bitfaced.com, on Bitfaced, Bitfaced on YouTube, Bitfaced everywhere. Bitfaced.
Where'd you come up with the name?
I was drunk one night and said, Tyler, we should come up with a good name for the podcast, something like Bitface, but we'll come up with something better later, and we never did.
That's very cool.
So yeah, that's where it came from. But yeah, that's where you can find me if you want to find me.
Can you give the breaking news from Colorado Springs Comic Con or not yet?
No, I can't
No?
say anything.
Lame.
Sorry, lots of good panels coming up at Colorado Springs Comic Con, so stay tuned. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter is probably the best. Twitter or Instagram is the best place. That's where I put all my
Bitface?
news. So yeah,
Awesome.
well, no, or Eric G. Hollis.
Okay,
Eric
cool.
G. Hollis is the best place to find me specifically, but you can definitely find Bitface anywhere that podcasts are
Giving away for
distributed.
free.
Given away for free, right? Exactly.
All right.
You must be a podcaster.
I am. And we're back. We're live. We are driving home from Denver.
We're not driving home.
We're not. We're driving to the airport.
We're not driving to the airport.
Ron's abducting me from the Denver Pop Culture Con.
Denver Pop Culture Con.
I got it right?
Yes, sir.
Had a good day. Didn't vlog a lot because everything hurts. I don't know if it's because I'm
'Cause you're-
approaching 40.
It's because you're generally
Or-
in a bubble.
Yeah.
You
or-
haven't used your legs this much in forever.
Right. My inner Cartman really came out. I was saying "wait up, guys" a lot today. I enjoyed myself. We hung out with Eric, saw the Expanse panel,
Yes.
saw the Spider-Verse
I saw most
panel,
of it.
saw the DC panel, half of the DC panel. Then we had to go to the interview with
Crystal Skillman.
Crystal Skillman. She was awesome. Playwright, author, artist, does everything. So that was really interesting for me. And she seemed like just a really cool person. And then what did we do?
Well, you did all of those things out of order.
Correct.
So, we interviewed Clark Wolf as well.
Clark Wolf.
Yes.
She was very smart, intelligent, and seemed very talented. She's an interviewer, a journalist. She was a professional interviewer.
Yep.
Journalist. She's a journalist. She's an actress. She's a writer. She wrote a romantic comedy, holiday, Christmas romantic comedy that I'm really interested in seeing the movie of.
Sorry.
What? You don't like romantic comedies? I love When Harry Met Sally. My favorite movie. Then Back to the Future, and then Love Actually is definitely in the top 5.
I don't think that Back to the Future is a rom-com.
No, but I'm saying favorite movies of all time.
Ah,
And When
okay.
Harry Met Sally is my first.
I gotcha.
And then Back to the Future.
I thought you were trying to paint Back to the
No.
Future into a rom-com.
Not really, because
Bummer.
it's him and his mom, so that's not really romantic.
Yeah,
Because Jennifer's
it's not.
in and out in the first scene,
That's true.
in the last scene. She did 2 days on the film, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. And then they got somebody
She
else.
wasn't even in the movies.
Right,
yet.
but she reprised her role for the video game. Did you play the video game?
No.
Dude, Back to the Future video game's awesome.
It might be.
No, it's really good. It's really good. And I was able to finish it, so, you know.
Was it hard? Is that some kind of accomplishment?
No, it wasn't difficult at all. And it was a
Oh.
very, very well written
Okay.
and easy to accomplish tasks. And pretty logical. Like, I didn't have to, like, be, what's that guy that figures out puzzle in Batman? The puzzler guy?
The Riddler?
No, the other one.
Joker?
No, not the guy with the clock, but something like that.
Nope. Don't know what
Okay,
you're talking
maybe I
about.
just made up a Batman villain. Trademark Albion Wan right here. Yeah, the Expanse panel was really cool because I enjoyed the first season, but I got to finish the rest of it. I knew it was canceled, but I had no idea Amazon Prime picked it up. I'm
Yep.
a little bit behind, so that was cool to find out. And
I don't think it happened very much long after it was canceled that they picked it up.
No, they said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Like in Total Recall.
Because it was around the time where everything is either getting canceled or getting renewed.
Yeah, but I liked how they hinted the reason it got picked up. Because Richard Branson likes space.
Branson or Bronson?
I want to say Branson.
Is it Branson?
Yeah.
I think
And-
we had the same argument yesterday.
You did. We go around and around. But, so here's my thought. If you're Richard Branson and have more money than anybody, right? I think he's one of the top 2 or 3 in the world.
I think, no, in the world?
Yeah,
No.
he owns Amazon.
In the country?
World.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, maybe like oil money and stuff. Okay, let's say
Yeah,
country.
I think Saudis have
Somebody
some of
fact
them.
check that and comment underneath this, please.
I think some Saudi prince has the most money in the world.
Okay. But he's got a lot of money.
He does. No,
So,
I believe you.
So say, he works a lot, but say in his spare time he
you
sits
think?
down. I think so. Well, he has to talk to people that does stuff for him.
yeah.
He has to make decisions. He's
Yeah.
like a director, but for half the world. And so I'm thinking if his happy time is to sit down and watch The Expanse, let's say,
That would be cool.
Right, because if he's into making rocket ships and sending people to Mars, he probably likes sci-fi. Just a good guess.
So in the meantime, I mean, you can keep talking.
Okay.
But I want to plug TOTLB real quick.
I think he's trying to tell me to shut up.
No. I want you to keep talking.
Okay.
But in the
At the same
meantime,
time?
before The Expanse comes out,
Okay.
I want everybody to go check out our coverage of The Expanse. We got to interview one of the main characters, Cass Anvar, at San Diego Comic-Con last year.
That was last year?
Yeah, so
Oh,
go check
wow.
out that interview. It's pretty short. I think it's only like 5 or 6 minutes. as
Time
well,
flies.
so-
It's quality, not quantity, man.
No, I agree with
That's
you.
what I
I'm
argue
telling
with
you,
everyone I've ever known.
I'm telling you, the 5-minute interview we did with the actress from the Umbrella Academy,
Umbrella Academy.
was good shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabe did that one.
Yeah.
And I think Juan was on camera.
I wasn't on camera, but I was working on the camera.
You were on the equipment of the camera. I think I said that wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, say he's at home, and every week he enjoys his show, The
Richard
Expanse,
Branson.
Richard Branson. And he's sitting there, and he enjoys his show, and they cancel it. And he's got more money than anybody, right? He just goes, yeah, get The Expanse people on the phone. Yeah, we're doing that.
That would be cool.
Put it on Prime.
Yeah, fuck
That's
yeah.
it. And his show's back. Could you imagine having that power? Yeah, next gen, I want a new season of that. Make that happen. He could do it.
He ain't gonna do that.
He's not going to do that, but he did it for The Expanse. Maybe
The
he read the
problem-
books.
the problem
he likes
is-
books. He started a bookstore. Come on. That's where this all came from.
It's hard. I think they talked about how this was one of the few series that moved stations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because generally, like, if he were to say, I want to do Star Trek, they would probably tell him to go to hell.
Right, because it's owned by somebody or
Right.
something. Yeah. Paramount, CBS, all that stuff. Although he got Picard. Picard's going to Amazon Prime, except for the U.S.
Branson owns Amazon? I
Dude.
thought Jeff Bezos owned Amazon.
I could be totally wrong.
I'm pretty sure Branson owns a phone company.
Well, why was he wearing an Amazon Prime Video and jacket, and then said that he was the one that announced it? I paid attention at this panel
I'm pretty
because
sure you're wrong.
because Eric was moderating it, and I'm a big fan of Eric now as a moderator. I've never heard his podcast, but if he podcasts half as good as he moderates, it's going to be awesome. That's at bitcast.com.
Bit-faced.
Bitfaced. Don't make me bitmap you.
Yeah, Richard Branson owns Virgin Mobile.
See, I was totally wrong the whole time.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, that's it. Take two.
No, that's too long.
Okay.
Just admit you were wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah, the only way for me to be completely in it is to look at it. Now I'm looking at you.
this a silly idea?
No, now I'm looking at you looking at the camera.
Oh, you got a glass in the way now.
Well, I mean, it's going to be there a little bit.
Back in the Denver airport on the People Mover again. Didn't meet a Sally. Met a lot of nice people. Had a good time. Totally exhausted. We got a lot of good interviews. We worked a lot. Juan was amazing, organizing everything. I want to thank Juan and Alicia for their amazing hospitality, and Juan for giving me the opportunity to fill in for Gabe, and Gabe for giving me the opportunity to fill in for Gabe. And everybody I interviewed this weekend was so amazing. The organizers of the Denver Pop Culture Con were so nice to Juan and I about everything, and they were on the ball. They really had their stuff together, and it was so professional. It was amazing, and it was great to be a part of it. And I had a good time. I would do it again. I made it to Charlotte okay. The takeoff and landing were pretty smooth. The flight was like bricks in a dryer. Very rough. Very interesting. Making my way to my next gate now. I've been up for, I think, 22 hours-ish. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah.
The nearest law enforcement officer.
Fort Myers. The local time is 10:53. Seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off and keep the aisle clear. Allow carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful as items may have shifted in flight. You may now use your cell phone. American Airlines and our wonderful partners, thank you for flying with us today. We look forward to seeing you again soon.